This is our Play of the Week analysis.
Let's talk about the act of shooting.
Foul number 5, that's Brayden Holiday. That is his first, team first.
Was our ball handler dribbler in the act of shooting? Let's review two rules. Continuous motion applies to a try or tap for field goals and free throws, but has no significance unless there is a foul by the defensive player during the interval, which begins when habitual throwing movement starts a try or with a touching of a tap and ends when the ball is clearly in flight. If an opponent fouls after a player has started a try or tap for field goal, the player is permitted to complete the customary arm movement, and if pivoting or stepping when fouled, may complete the usual foot or body movement in any activity while holding the ball. These privileges are granted only when the usual throwing motion has started before the foul occurs and before the ball is in flight. So the first question we're going to ask ourselves with this particular play, does continuous motion apply? The act of shooting begins simultaneously with the start of the try or tap for field goal and ends when the ball is clearly in flight and includes the airborne shooter. A try or field goal is an attempt by a player to score 2 or 3 points by throwing the ball into the team's own basket. A player is trying for goal when the player has the ball and in the official's judgment is throwing or attempting to throw for goal. Here's the part that I want us to read carefully. It is not essential that the ball leave the player's hand, as a foul could prevent the release of the ball. So as we slow this down, we see that the dribble has ended by her ball handler dribbler. The ball handler dribbler is stepping and pivoting when he is fouled on his left arm. Based on the criteria that we have evaluated this far, we can safely conclude that continuous motion applies. Remember, in Article 2 of shooting, we recall that it is not essential that the ball leaves the player's hand, as a foul could prevent the release of the ball. In this case, it prevents the voluntary release of the basketball. We are in the act of shooting, and we should be shooting free throws.
This is our Play of the Week analysis.